So yeah, it's snowing, and it's snowing a lot. It's March the 9th, I think, and I kind of thought it was spring. I know it's not technically the start of spring yet. I know that's not for another couple of weeks, but I did kind of think we were in spring. So obviously I've gone ahead and planted stuff, and I was getting excited because buds are starting to grow. We had buds on our apple tree and our cherry tree. The aces looked like they were coming back. I was getting really excited. We've got all our bulbs are starting to grow, and then obviously I've planted stuff out in the beds, so I was kind of feeling those spring vibes. And then now I literally just planted some grass seed last week, and I think I got really carried away because it was like 14 degrees last week, and then now, I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see, I can see my breath, and it's literally like properly, not even just a little bit of snow, it's really like heavy. So I've come outside to assess the damage, but I don't know if this means everything's gonna just die. Obviously I hope not, and it's only meant to be like this for a couple of days. I think by the weekend it's like 12 degrees again, but it's still a bit like, oh god. It was 24 degrees in here in the greenhouse last week, and it's now, the thermometer saying I think it's 3 degrees in here, so it's not great, but everything looks okay. I'll show you the beds. Oh god, I'm really worried about the beds. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to assess the damage, and then I'm going to do some research on damage control, I think. So the garlic's still looking gorgeous, and the shallots have really started to come out now as well. As you can see, they really were having a good time, but they were having a good time when it was 20 degrees in here, and now it's 3 degrees in here, so yeah, I am a bit worried. I mean, one good thing is the roof is holding up great. I was a bit nervous because obviously we built this ourselves, but the roof seems to be doing fine, and the actual greenhouse itself is doing good, and at least it's dry in here, but yeah, not ideal. Let's go and see the beds. I'll take you outside. Oh my god. Yeah. So this bed had the cover over it, and you can't even see the fact that it's covered now because it snowed so ridiculously. And then this one had the rhubarb and you can't even see the rhubarb. So this bed has the garlic and the shallots in, and I don't know if you can see, but this weird little netting tent has actually kind of protected the plants. Like, I can't tell, but it doesn't look like the snow's got through really. So I'm actually going to not touch that. I'm just going to leave that and just hope that, yeah, hope that it holds up. So this is or was the rhubarb. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. As you can see, it's proper snow now, so the asparagus is gone. It's literally gone. Everything does look quite pretty though, so that's a bonus. So yeah, I think the plan of action is I'm gonna go back inside. I'm gonna do a bit of research on what to do with the things that are outside, if there's any way I'm saving them or if they'll be fine, and yeah, not plant anything else this week. So it's sounding promising for the garlic, which is great. I've done a bit of research, and it says that basically garlic plants can withstand cold weather as long as they're not exposed to a sudden drop of temperatures. But elsewhere it says garlic is very winter hardy, and it actually should have a good dose of both frost and sunshine. So a bit mixed messages, but I'm hoping the garlic is in the bed with the netting over it, so the snow isn't suffocating it, but it is going to be freezing. But everything I've read kind of suggests that garlic should be fine, fingers crossed. And obviously the ones in the greenhouse are fine, so that's good. Shallots, again, sound like they should be fine. From the research I've just done, it says that they can withstand frost, they can withstand cold weather drops. They're really, really hardy, and anything in the onion family can withstand heavy frosts and moderate freezes, but then hard freezes can result in damage. So I'm hopeful, just because like I said, this cold weather, I think it's only lasting a couple of days, so we should be fine. This is when it gets bad. The rhubarb I think has gone up, which I'm really sad about because I literally planted it last week. The edible stalks that are above the ground can be altered by freezing weather in a way that then makes them poisonous to humans, which is obviously, it's not ideal. You don't want a crumble that's gonna poison you. So I think what I'm realizing, it says that the stalks and the leaves can be really, really damaged. So you should pull them if they seem to be damaged after the frost, and then hope that more grow after. So I'm gonna assess how they look. I'm hoping again, because it's just 2 days, maybe they'll be fine, but I don't want to poison myself or anybody, so yeah. And then asparagus, again, apparently it'll be the stalks, the spears that are out of the ground already that will be destroyed. But I couldn't have eaten the asparagus this year anyway, because I think it takes a couple of seasons for them to establish before you can pick them and eat them. So I've only just planted them for the first year. So in theory, I should be able to leave the asparagus, and then the next couple of years they'll establish themselves. So I've just got to have patience. But yeah, I think they should be okay. The problem is, being a beginner, you're really excited. I mean, speaking for myself, you never know whether you're gonna get a British spring. So I've kind of gone ahead and planted things thinking, oh my God, it's 14 degrees. And then now I'm potentially having to bin them because I got carried away. But I'm learning this completely by trial and error. So I could have done all the reading in the world, but really I wanted to just get started, throw myself in, start planting things. So I'm gonna just keep everything crossed that this passes quickly and be better prepared next time. So the snow is melting really fast with everything, and it is back up to 12 degrees in the greenhouse, which is great. So hopefully that's it for the proper cold. I've just been to Lidl and Wilko's and got some seeds that I want to plant up into seed trays. So I'll show you what I got. So I got some tomatoes, a few different varieties of tomatoes, and some rocket from Wilko's. And then I also got from Lidl, got quite a lot from Lidl. I got some courgettes, a couple more herbs, dill and thyme, that will go in my herb bed. Some mixed salad leaves, and then some different flowers that I'm not going to plant up just yet. I'm going to wait till the snow has like definitely gone, and then I'll deal with those. So yeah, in terms of what I'm going to plant up now, I'm going to plant the courgette and the 3 kinds of tomato into individual modules, I think. And then I'm going to do the thyme and the dill into bigger pots and put them next to the rest of my herbs, which are on the kitchen windowsill for now. And then I've also got spare leftover coriander, aubergine and chilies as well, that I'm also going to put into individual pots. But I'm going to do the aubergine and the chilies the same as how I've done this first batch, which is in little seed trays under cling film until they start to shoot up. So I'm going to do all that now with the intention of keeping them all inside, toasty and warm, for the foreseeable. I think I'll probably just keep my herbs. I've got like a really cute little raised herb bed by the house, but I'm not even going to bother planting the herbs into that until like May, just because I know they need like actual nice weather. So yeah, and my intention is to do all these, keep them inside, put them somewhere sunny, and then maybe in a couple of weeks, as we get like nearest to April, I'm going to start thinking about getting this back bed sorted again. I really don't know whether the rhubarb and the asparagus are goners now, so I don't know whether to take them out, turn over the compost, put some fresh compost in, and then plant out. I've got the rocket, salad leaves, although I think I might put them in the little bed because they don't really need any depth. So yeah, the rocket and the salad leaves I might put in the little one, and the edible flowers, and then in the top bed I've got some more root vegetables. I've got carrots, I've got beetroot, and then I'm gonna have to think about whether I want to put, when I plant out my aubergines and that kind of thing, whether I bring them into that back bed as well. I feel like it's starting to get to a point where the more seeds I buy, the more kind of like spinning plates I've got all at once. I'm like trying to map out where they're gonna all end up and when they need to end up there. Some of them will start in little modules, then I'll have to plant them out into bigger pots, then I'll have to plant them outside. So it's kind of trying to like figure out the journey of everything and make sure there's enough room for everything. I'm gonna go and plant these up now and just leave it at that for today and get them inside, and then think about everything else afterwards. So I'm probably going to wrap it up there for today. I've had a really wholesome creative weekend. Yesterday I went to do a spring bulb workshop at a flower studio called Everwild, and that was amazing. I'll show you my pride and joy. Here she is. So we use different spring bulbs. I've got hyacinth in there, daffodils, hellebore, and then there are, as you can see, ivy and ferns and things that are going to kind of grow over time, and loads of moss in there as well. So that was really fun. And then I just went to a life drawing class as well, which was lovely and creative, and it's been a really wholesome weekend. And in other news, the snow has now completely gone, 100%. Today it's melted out of both the beds, it's melted completely off the floor. So now everything can hopefully perk back up and come back to life. The garden's looking a bit sorry for itself, but fingers crossed that is it for the snow for this year. But obviously I know you can never guarantee that. So yeah, hopefully next time I catch up with you guys, it'll be feeling a bit more like spring, but I'm not getting my hopes up too much. In the meantime, I've got a TikTok and an Instagram account that I'm updating as well, so follow me over there. Until next time, I'll speak to you soon.